Hello everyone, and welcome to week 2 of English 111, College Rhetoric. So today we're going to talk a little bit about getting started with this whole thing called writing. Now, keeping in mind that oftentimes readers only see the polished or public works, which don't offer insight as to how they were produced. Good writing requires visions, revisions, frustrations, and of course, exhilarations. Again, audiences don't see the production, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the writing, just that finished, polished work. When you think about it, we are all writers in some way, shape, or form. We are influenced in subtle and not so subtle ways by the world around us. Electronic mediums and social accounts like Facebook and Twitter have reshaped our writing modes. This, of course, has made everyone a writer. We are now actually between posting our updates, our thoughts, opinions, even texting one another, writing more than ever. Even images talk to and inspire us. Now, part of being a writer, as Stephen King advised, requires one to close a door as a way of telling the world that you mean business. Good writing requires a commitment on one's part, and keeping a writer's notebook is a good way to start. It allows for reflection and practice. Again, of course, you can't get good at anything without practicing. You want to ask yourself, as you begin your own writing process, what inspires and motivates you? What makes you angry? This can be used as fuel to develop your writing technique and your own voice. Now, what do we mean when we talk about vision and revision? Revision literally means to see again, and again requires commitment to one's work. You should be ready and willing to take more than one crack at your writing. Remember that composition is a process, and not necessarily even a linear one at that. That is, there really is no correct way to begin writing your piece. Revision is more than correcting spelling, punctuation, and grammar. It actually asks us to think about how we make change and meaning. Morrison, as you read in her essay entitled Strangers, suggests that we make it through interpreting strangers. This is how we make meaning. We try to make sense of that which is unfamiliar to us. There are, as I mentioned, many ways of composing. Some people like to start by just jotting down ideas and notes. Some like to compose fully formed thoughts in their heads. Some like to start with a clever title. That's one of the things that I like to do, actually. But some also like to work from the bottom up, or vice versa. Donald Murray suggests that revision should have a three-pronged process. The first part of revision should be a quick first reading of your draft, keeping in mind if there is a single dominant meaning in your work. Your second reading of your draft should be slightly slower and focused on the overall structure and pace of your writing. And finally, a third reading of your draft should be slow, careful, and line-by-line reading for reordering sentences and paragraphs. Some overall things that you want to consider as you start working on your own drafts for your first project is, how do we get the words right? Three main things, there are three main things that you'll want to keep in mind as you are drafting. You'll want to keep in mind your style, your voice, and of course your point of view, with these questions in mind. Who is my audience? What is my focal point? Do I offer enough support or evidence in my work? And does my form and structure suit my topic? So again, you'll want to keep these things in mind as you begin your rough drafts of your literacy narratives, which are your first project. As always, please feel free to post to discussion board or email me if you guys have any questions. Have a great week.